What is going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and I'm back from holidays because I had to talk to you about what might just be one of the biggest days in the history of the New York Jets organization. These are not the same old Jets. Aaron Rodgers has just agreed to take the biggest pay cut in NFL history over the next 2 seasons. That's right. A-Rod, his agent, and Joe Douglas have agreed on a 2-year, $75 million new contract with 3 void years on the back end. We'll get into that later. But it sees the Jets save a whopping $33.7 million over the next 2 years. So here's what it means for the New York Jets. When they made the trade for Aaron Rodgers, I feared they may have overpaid because they owed him $108 million over the next 2 seasons. Not only that, when he was traded, Aaron Rodgers helped the Packers out. He gave them some cap relief by rejigging that contract. That's why we saw him on the minimum, $1.1 million in 2023, and this absurd $107 million for 2024. He was never going to play under that contract, but I wasn't sure how the Jets were going to maneuver that money around, what a restructure would look like, or if he'd actually rip up the contract. That's exactly what he did. He tore it up. He handed back $34 million to play for the New York Jets and give them an opportunity to follow the blueprint that Manning took with the Denver Broncos. This is an enormous day for the franchise. Aaron Rodgers is a player we've heard about who doesn't help young players, isn't a mentor, struggles to get chemistry with young wide receivers, definitely doesn't take a pay cut like Tom Brady. Completely false. Maybe it was just the Green Bay Packers, because he is killing it with Garrett Wilson. He's helping out Zach Wilson and has now thrown $34 million in the bank for the New York Jets. So let's talk a little more specifically about the Rodgers new deal, because on the surface, yes, it looks like a 2-year, $75 million deal, but it's actually even better than that for the Jets. He only counts for $9 million against the cap this season, 2023. That's actually up from that $1.1 million. So we've actually lost some cap space there. But in 2024, the Jets are no longer in cap hell. They take $90 million off the books. That $107 million number figure changes to $17 million. That's right. The Jets pay Aaron Rodgers $9 million and $17 million against the cap over the next 2 seasons, respectively. Now we get to the void year part of the contract. What is a void year? It's effectively a dummy season where Aaron Rodgers will be paid by the Jets. He'll be on the books, even though he likely will not be on the team. So over the next 3 seasons from 2025, 6, and 7, the 3 void years, Aaron Rodgers will likely be paid $16 million per season. That may sound huge to some people when he's not probably going to be on the roster, but you have to remember the cap is rising. If the cap goes to $235 million in 2025, the Jets will be paying Aaron Rodgers around 6% of their salary cap. That's the $16 million per season in dead cap space. That is nothing. You are not going to cripple your organization, and the Jets have found a way to really maximize the next 2 years when Aaron Rodgers is playing, and then deal with these void years and a manageable $16 million hit each year for the next 3 seasons as it comes. An incredible job by Joe Douglas and selflessness from Aaron Rodgers. We have a chance to attack. It could look like Davante Adams in 2024. There are a multitude of ways the Jets can now go because they've got so much cap in the bank for 2024. Again, this move wasn't about getting Dalvin Cook in 2023. The Jets already had a ton of cap space and flexibility for this season. It was about avoiding cap hell in 2024 and beyond, and being able to free up the resources to make some moves next year and go all in like Denver did in year 2 of the Peyton Manning era. Guys, I am absolutely stoked with what this means for the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers has just taken the biggest pay cut in NFL history. It's 2 years and $75 million for Aaron Rodgers.